Good afternoon, Vaxxers and anti-Vaxxers, and YouTubers and anti-YouTubers, and cultists and my own personal anti-cultists who obey only me. This is Monica's Ghost, and this is Quaxxed Episode 6. And little housekeeping before we get started, just so you guys know, I've been inundated with a couple, four inbox, 3 requests online through my Facebook, and several other people who've gotten hold of me in other ways that want me to cover so much quackery that I just cannot make any more promises. I'd promised to do an episode 5 part 2, and I'm not going to get to it. So I'm not going to make any more promises about what's coming up in the next episode, because it's literally a quacksnado going on out there of information. Not a quackstrito, which is a completely different thing, but a quacksnado. Okay, so we're just going to throw it up here as fast as we can, and as mean as we can, and as militant as we can, and get it all out there for you folks. So this is Quaxxed Episode 6, From Vanity to Vultures, the festering necrophiliacs we really want you to see. Yes, the people who love dead babies more than anybody on the planet. In the last, about 56 hours, there has been a tragic and terrible death of a small child. I'm not going to tell you the name of the mother, and I'm not going to tell you the name of the child. We'll just refer to him as Baby K, and he's about 2 months old. Now, basically what happened is that the lovely little Baby K had aspirated some fluids into his lungs while he was sleeping and was taken to the hospital. They tried to save him, and things were just not going well, and he passed away. The mother is devastated. She's a good mom. She has 2 other children. She is a responsible mom, and she's a vaccinating mom, which leads us to what is really happening around here, if you know what I mean. Now, this little blurb here that I have comes off of her Facebook. I've cut the pictures out because, you know what, I'm not the kind of vulture that will take pictures of a dying baby and put them up on my own Facebook or my own YouTube. And actually, this little blurb here that I've got, I didn't even get from her YouTube, although I do, or excuse me, her Facebook, even though I know where her Facebook is. I got it from Vaccine Resistance Movement, because the people at Vaccine Resistance Movement are necrophiliac vultures. Okay, they love dead babies. And how do we know? Well, let's go check it out. So this is Christina Countryman. I refuse to hide the identities of any of these people. If you people are, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Astute enough, if you think you're astute enough, to go and take pictures of babies off of other people's Facebook pages while the babies are ill or dying and then dying, and you think it's okay to do that, and then take it to your own little group and then sit there and pick at it like a little nasty bleeding corpse, well, then that's what you guys want to do. Then I am going to expose who you are. Okay? And you'll have to excuse if I'm not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Articulate as usual, because my jimmies are rustled. My jimmies are not only rustled, my jimmies are purple over this. Okay, this Christina Countryman, prayers for the family, she says, but she's the one who pulled all their fucking information and sent it over to Vaccine Resistance and started this whole bullshit. How can she say prayers for the family when she's part of a group of festering, corpse-picking vultures? This is what they look like. As soon as the picture hit Vaccine Resistant Movement, this is what they look like. Many of them kept asking, is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet? And you know what? Here we go. Where can I find the whole story? I didn't see the first post. Oh my God, where's the whole story? Where does it say the baby has passed? Do you know if the baby has passed away? Oh my God, can we pick at his corpse? Oh, yum, 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 yum. That's exactly what you pieces of shit sound like. And not only that, but you know what? You guys have some of you have absolutely no problem with not even waiting until the corpse is in the ground. The child is literally not even in the ground yet. Let's think about this. Let's name something that you probably shouldn't be saying at a funeral. Let's find it all, and it's all at this group. Okay? We start with the very first comment. I didn't even get past the first fucking comment on the Facebook group. Really, people? Here we go. Iris Array. Inform them it was the shots, so it doesn't happen again with them. Really? Really? And these were just the bottom group of replies. I didn't even go to the top group of replies. I didn't even get that far. Okay? We have 3 screenshots. All right? And I specifically would like to call out Alan Davis. You are the festering shit gibbon of vultures. Okay? He posts this picture of the baby. Under here is a picture of this baby. Okay? As soon as one person in this group, this Brittany Fryu, and I implore you, Brittany, come away from the anti-vax movement. Look at how these people treat each other. Look at how these people treat people who have dead children. Look at this. What is wrong with you people? She wants people to inform them right away. And Brittany's like, no, don't do it. Just wait. So what does Alan say? Yes, sweep it all under the rug. Don't file a Vyers report. Maintain the status quo. We have no reports of it being a problem. What kind of crap is this? She's like, I'm not saying sweep it under the rug, although, we don't know what the deal is yet. We have no idea what the baby died of. Okay? She just, as a compassionate human being, doesn't think people should be inboxing this poor woman who hasn't even had a funeral yet. No. When she says, just the last thing I want to do is for them to hear this at the time. I don't want to bombard this woman. But you should. You should do it right now. I don't care. I want it now. You are literally the Veruca Salt of the anti-vax movement. You care for nobody but yourself, you piece of shit. Brittany says you people are brutal. This is terrible. Yes, Brittany, they're brutal. But then she says, he looked sickly even before the shots. We are taking pictures of somebody else's children. And we're analyzing them. Right there. On Facebook. Other people's children. Somebody else comes along. I mean, the last thing I would want is the first 24 hours after losing my child is some random internet strangers blowing up my inbox telling me shit I probably already know or I already know. Alan Davis. You are such a shit gibbon. I will always be an advocate against denial. Always. I mean, look at the pretzel logic here. Well, you know why you don't understand, or why you think it's pretzel logic? Because, of course, you have a degree, right? Because you're a doctor, right, Alan? Tell me, cunty McCunt. Do you have an MD, a PhD? Are you the guy that was there helping take care of this baby, the doctor? Are you going to be doing the autopsy? Then how about you shut the fuck up? How about it? But no, he can't. Do you know why? Because Alan Davis, I call you out, you motherfucker. I call you out and I say, come on, let's have a talk. Let's dance. You are the vulture in chief of these people, Dr. Alan Davis of the Goog PhD and the masters of your YouTube. Come on down. You obviously know what's wrong with this baby, and you obviously think that it's the appropriate thing to do to go and annoy this poor woman in her time of grief. By the end of this, Christina Countryman, who is the person who started all this by sharing it on the Facebook, says, it's a sensitive time. I can't even imagine what she's going through. Then why did you share the picture, you festering corpse picker? Why? Why would you even do that? Why would you share the picture with strangers? Iris, who started this entire thread of replies, says they need to awaken, like the anti-vax zombie that she is. Echo, they need to awaken. They need to awaken. They need to awaken. Nobody cares there's a dead baby. All we hear about in this movement, but it's for the babies. Why are you worried about the babies? You motherfuckers don't care about babies. All you care about is yourselves. And how much corpse you can pick. Okay? But we can't expect a whole lot from Alan Davis, because this is what Alan Davis has on his Facebook. That's right. He has an article that has been proven through I don't know how many channels that the whistleblower that is mentioned in this article is a lying fraud when it comes to what he said about supposedly, us dumping into a garbage can. The co-authors of a supposed CDC report brought in a big garbage can, and we just put the documents into the huge garbage can. This report, this supposed whistleblower that he brings up and he wants to use to justify the fact that he is going to go and annoy and harass and bully a grieving mother, Well, this report was found to be false, that it was manufactured. And it was found out like 3 or 4 years ago. And 2 years ago, William Thompson, PhD, had to retract his statements and discuss it from the realistic point of view. He says that they omitted information, that they didn't throw it away, quote unquote. They omitted information. He also says that he would still recommend vaccines and that he believes vaccines save and continue to save countless lives. So this is a man who you, Alan Davis, are going to use as your justification. You can't even trust him. However, since you were so good at finding these said reports that are completely, well, now retracted, and he's recanted his statement, I think that we should award you with some sort of a degree so that you may put some sort of letters behind your name so that more of the people at Vaccine Resistance will listen to you and appreciate what you have to say. Don't you think so? I think we shall give you the certificate of the University of YouTube, and then you can have a Bachelor of Internet Videos. Of course, if you really don't like me, and you really find what I have to say upsetting, and I triggered you in some way, Mr. Alan Davis, and the rest of your cohorts and festering, twat-waddling corpse pickers at Vaccine Resistance Movement, I'm sure you guys could detox by giving yourselves, well, a bleach enema. Monica's Ghost, out.